Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we get right to breaking news at the top of the noon hour. There is a very heavy police presence near First Avenue and Division. And we're going to take a look at the scene in just a moment. The area is blocked off right now and traffic is growing. Again, this is in the area of First and Division. Our team just got off the phone with Spokane Police just moments ago, and they tell us a spokesperson is on the way to give us an update. However, this is a very busy intersection right off of I-90. It is going into the lunch hour right now, and we do want to let folks know, maybe as you're leaving home or going out to lunch, as you can see from this live picture we have right here, there is a large police presence at First and Division. We're taking a live look at law enforcement. There's an ambulance there on the scene, and we did just receive a statement from Frontier Behavior Health. And they say, quote, "We have taken precautionary measures to lock down buildings on our main campus while police manage a situation at the Catholic Charities apartments at First and Division." They also said roads are currently blocked and they are not entering or exiting the buildings at this time with folks. The three buildings impacted are the following: Mary Higgins, Child and Family and Access to Care, as well. As soon as we get an update, we'll bring it to you right here live on KREM 2 and of course always on KREM.com. So again, this is happening at First and the Division, a large police law enforcement presence there, and behavioral health says they have really taken what they're calling precautionary measures at the apartments Catholic Charities down in that area, not allowing people to enter or exit at this point. And also it is causing a bit of a traffic situation there. So if you can avoid the area altogether, that will certainly help law enforcement get done what they needed to get done and secure the area and make it a safe place. So we'll keep you updated on that right here on KREM 2. It is just 2 minutes past noon right now. We do want to talk about weather, especially as we're heading in to the extended weekend for so many people. And we have meteorologist Thomas Patrick. He is standing out in the sunshine, letting us know what we can expect.
Yeah, could definitely use a visor just to take the little bit of glare off of just pretty much everything. I know the sun is directly behind me, but it's certainly illuminating the concrete in front of me as well. So we had perfectly blue skies this morning, but if you're looking around you outside, you're probably noticing the little puffy fair weather cumulus clouds that are starting to build. Little bit of energy getting re-added into the atmosphere and closest towards our storm center, which you can clearly see circulating over Ferry and Okanagan County. That is where the action is in terms of showers and even a couple very small thunderstorm cells. This will be just to the north of Nespelem and probably moving to the south, because with that low pressure center basically right there, everything's going to rotate counterclockwise around it. So that's why I think these showers are just drifting towards the south, towards Nespelem at this hour. So all of our northern locations kind of under the gun for a chance for showers and thunderstorms for this afternoon, like what we've seen several days so far this week. Current temperature at 66 in Spokane, but you can see how much warmer it is across central Washington in the 70s already. So we do have kind of a mix of sun and cumulus clouds right now, but we'll be tracking those thunderstorms basically for the rest of this afternoon today.
Today is a day of remembrance for Madison Mae Mogan. She is one of 4 University of Idaho students who was tragically killed this past November. Maddie would be turning 22 years old today. To mark the occasion, her family is asking people to remember her by doing something very simple, doing random acts of kindness. This is to help continue her mission because, like her family says, quote, "Maddie dedicated her life to spreading joy and kindness." Be kind to one another today and share your acts of kindness on social media with the hashtag Maddie Mae Day. And there are some new developments in the case to get justice for Maddie and the 3 other University of Idaho students who were murdered. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is in the newsroom with the very latest update.
Yeah, we've recently learned that a tort claim was filed against the city of Moscow on behalf of the families of Madison Mogan and Kaylee Gonsalves. What that means is that these notices ask for an undetermined amount of money for damages because of the students' deaths. Ultimately, these are not lawsuits at the moment, but instead they are notices that a lawsuit may be filed under Idaho law. Notices of tort claims have to be filed within 6 months of an event, in this case, the murders. We've also learned a court in Brian Koberger's home state of Pennsylvania is forming its own grand jury and that his parents have been summoned to testify. His mother has already testified and his father is expected to testify today. As for what they're testifying about, we know the grand jury would only review potential crimes within Monroe County, but it's unclear right now what crimes they would be reviewing. There is also a possibility that those testimonies could be used in Idaho. In the newsroom, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Also, a family continues their recovery this afternoon after a mom and her 3 kids were hit by a car on Tuesday night. KREM 2's Janelle Finch spoke with the father who says his life has been changed.
A single moment almost changed Josh Hendrick's life forever. Just after 8 p.m. Tuesday night, Josh learned his wife and 3 kids were hit by a car.
My wife video called me to let me know what was going on. At the moment of the call, it was my son Thor was getting CPR, to bring him back because he had no pulse at that time.
Josh says he was in Seattle when his wife called. He says he immediately got on the next available flight home.
The only thing that kept going in my mind was, gotta get home, gotta let him still be alive when I get there.
Baby Thor is alive, thanks in part to Miranda Henry.
I've been CPR certified since I was 16.
Henry says she was one of the first on scene and performed CPR until first responders arrived.
Just kind of focused on the little boy. I kind of pictured my daughter at first because I got a daughter the same age. Freaked me out a little bit. And then just focused on the mom. I thought about her. She's standing right above me.
In addition to 2.5-year-old Thor, Josh's 11-month-old and 11-year-old sons were also injured. Josh says his youngest is still under observation at the hospital. His oldest was discharged with minor leg fractures.
God's at our core, and so the biggest thing for us is just maintaining our hope and belief in God and knowing that, our children are in His hands.
Josh says this is a route his wife has walked before, but this was the first time with the kids. According to the Washington State Patrol incident report, the family failed to recognize the oncoming vehicle at the time of the collision. WSP says the 16-year-old driver will not face criminal charges.
And that is Janelle Finch reporting. A family member started an online fundraiser to help cover some of the current and future medical expenses associated with the accident. A link to that fundraiser is available on our website. You can find it there at krem.com.